Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about a Lewis Hamilton update as well as a revelation made by Red Bull. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Red Bull, and as we know they've shown much improved form in the second half of the season, with Verstappen having 2 second places so far and 2 wins as well. Now the improvements came following Red Bull introducing upgrades to the car. Basically these came in Monza and they were updates to the floor, and we saw in Singapore Red Bull introduce a new front wing as well. And well, as I say, Red Bull have been doing very well with Max Verstappen. And one thing that shows that the surprise turn of form is genuine is Red Bull's pace in Singapore. Red Bull have struggled at maximum downforce circuits in 2025. I mean, look at Hungary. The team were just nowhere, but you go to Singapore and Verstappen is finishing in P2 ahead of the McLarens again. But Red Bull has admitted its ongoing improvement of its 2025 car has come at the cost of some early work on next year's major rule changes. As we know, the rules are changing in 2026, with there being new regulations around the power unit, and the chassis and the cars are going to be completely different. And Red Bull team boss Laurent Mekies said, as quoted by The Race, "It was and it is very important that we get to understand if the current project has more performance. It's important we get to the bottom of it, because we will elaborate next year's project, even if next year's regulations are completely different, with the same tools and methodology. And it's very important that we validate with this year's car how we are looking at the data is correct, how we are developing the car is correct, what it is that produced that level of development that will give us confidence in the winter for next year's car. Of course it comes at a cost undoubtedly for the 26 project, but we thought it's the right trade-off for us, without judging what the other guys are doing." Now other teams, including rivals McLaren, did switch their focus to 2026 earlier on in the season, so it is a bit of a risk for Red Bull. But at the same time, if they feel the work they're doing on this car can help with how they develop the 2026 car, then that could be very crucial for Red Bull, and maybe it's the right thing to do. We'll see how it all turns out in 2026. But let's move on to Lewis Hamilton, and even though Ferrari did not have the pace in Singapore, Hamilton was looking on course to have a good result. I mean, the Grand Prix had been okay, but because he had a free pit stop, he went onto the soft tyres and he was so fast towards the end of the Grand Prix. He was able to easily get past his teammate Charles Leclerc and try to get the Mercedes of Kimi Antonelli for 5th. But it all went wrong as Hamilton was closing in on Antonelli. He had a brake failure, so he had to slow down massively to just try and get to the end of the race. Lost a lot of time, and as he was getting to the checkered flag, he had a few track limit infringements, and that resulted in him getting a 5-second time penalty, which demoted him to 8th place and promoted Fernando Alonso up to 7th. But Hamilton has said that for all the media headlines, he focuses on the other story of how Ferrari responds to difficult times, with Hamilton saying in a statement, "The media headlines only tell one story, one where we don't get things quite right, or things don't go our way. What I have been focused on over the past few months is the other story, the one about how this team responds when things go wrong, how we get back up and we go again. Yesterday was the perfect example. We got the strategy right, but the brake issue set us back just when momentum was building. So now we get back into the factory, learn from this last race and plan for the next one. I'm really proud of this team and want to help deliver the results they and the Tifosi deserve. I see the progress that we're making and the hard work that goes into every race, but this is Ferrari. Progress alone is not enough. To achieve greatness, we need to go further, be better. There's so much we can achieve together, and if we can build on our successes and change the things we need to, I fully believe we will get there." Now Hamilton also took the mickey out of Fernando Alonso. As we know, after Alonso finished just behind Hamilton, he was not happy on the team radio at all. You know, he questioned whether it was safe to drive with no brakes. He questioned the track limits, and he kept on saying, "I cannot believe it, I cannot believe it, I cannot believe it." Now, as we know, Alonso eventually did get P7 when Hamilton was given the 5-second time penalty for track limit infringements. And following the penalty, Hamilton went onto social media to mock Alonso's "I cannot believe it" rant, with him writing 18 years of on an Instagram video in which the 1 foot in the grave actor repeats "I don't believe it" again and again, and I thought that was quite funny. I mean, even though the video did not specifically mention Alonso, it's widely interpreted that he was referring to Alonso's rant, and as I say, I thought it was quite funny that he used the 1 foot in the grave example to mock Alonso. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.